We ain't on the radio.
It don't matter. But we live right now, though. I tell you that.
Bet we live.
What's going on, man?
Shit. Fuck Jason Whitlock straight to it, cause like I don't even care. My week was amazing. It was great. Fuck Jason Whitlock. Let me tell you why. I don't give a fuck about the Myles Garrett situation. I don't like how Jason Whitlock is just like, one, he always takes situations to a different space. Two, he has this thing where he always protects everybody that is not a person of color and just mostly black straight up. And then for him to say that Myles Garrett he doesn't really identify as black because he's like a nerd or some shit when he's sitting next to a dude that like went to one of the top colleges in the fucking state. Like that don't even make no sense. Like Jason Whitlock,
the one to your left or the right? You talking about Marcellus?
Yes.
So Marcellus, or you talking about the
yeah,
homeboy
Marcellus
that was to his
Wiley.
left?
Marcellus Wiley.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like he don't make no sense for him to say that. Like they're saying that he's saying that people use the N word. Just so that he can try to find a way to identify as black. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that dude? Like, he disgusting. Like, I don't know how much money you could possibly pay a person to actually believe the shit he say. Like, I hope he hasn't reproduced. I hope he ain't got no kids. Because ain't nobody that think the way his mindset is, like, should be raising kids, period. Like, he's a shit human being for the way that he talk about his own people out here. Like, he got to be like a machine or some shit. That shit can't even be real. And then on top of that, the way it really stuck out to me, like, every time a motherfucker would be like, it was Adam Schaffer and Josina Anderson, he'd be like, no, it was Josina Anderson.
Right.
It wasn't Adam Schaffer. Adam Schaffer had nothing. Like, he is like, I don't want to call him no names because fuck the names. He not none of the names. He's just like he has to be fucked up in the head. Like somebody had to ring his bell or something. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that man?
Yeah, I mean,
his shit didn't even make no sense. His arguments didn't make no sense. Like sometimes, like he was close to making sense once, and then he just took that shit far left. That's how you know he ain't have a leg to stand on.
Like all the way to his college stuff. But yeah, my thought on it, because I watched it earlier when you shot me the text. And first and foremost, I say the guy a clown. You know what I mean, I would look at it in that aspect. And like you said, like he was talking like basically he was trying to say like Myles Garrett, even though he's black, but he don't look like the quote unquote hood nigga, or he not the I don't know, whoever quote.
He was basically trying to say like Myles Garrett can't identify as black because he's smart.
He's smart. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck you, Jason Whitlock.
And yeah, that was one of the biggest things.
And his hot top fake. That ain't even his real hair.
Oh, he definitely got the LeBron plugs or whatever's going on.
Yeah, that shit ain't real.
But his mannerisms, like I look at, like I tell a lot of people. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, I'm not just listening to you. I'm looking at when I talk to people, I look eye to eye. I'm checking your mannerisms. Like, that's what I read. I'm like, I don't even like talking on the phone. I mean, you can get a misconception through text, obviously, but even with the phone thing, you know what I mean? Because I could be talking, or you can be talking, and I can just be eyes up, like something you would do to a girl like that. But
once
I
you
mean,
get to know a person,
you can start learning.
tell.
But still, though, but I'm talking about with this guy on his platform, like you can see it, like it was over on his face of what you're alluding to, or what you're saying about, or what we both saying about, and I definitely, and you know, I really don't try to stray away from the whole black white or whatever the fuck it is. I very hardly try to stay away from that. But this would be a situation where I'm like, man, this dude is, and I don't want to call it the Uncle Tom shit.
No, he ain't none of that. He a piece of shit,
I just think, like, I don't even know how he got that shit. Cause like through my YouTubes, the only shit that pop up my stuff is First Take, Undisputed, and the coward, the white guy. You know what I mean? But he don't even come in my feed. That's the first time I even rock. Like anytime I see him on the show, I don't even rock with him. So
like
it was, and another thing he did, and the main thing he did, and it was actually piggybacking on what you just said. When Marcellus, when Marcellus talking, I had that in my notes. Marcellus and the other guy, because he played ball too, and like it's just like he said, wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you just went through this whole tangent about the N word, and you went like, oh, bruh, oh, I know this guy, and name dropping and shit. I know this guy, and then like, oh, and I was black. It was 8 black people over there. He was the only white person on that team. Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? You went through this whole bullshit story, but now when these guys trying to tell you like
Yeah.
I punched a motherfucker in his face at the free throw line because he was calling me shit at the free throw line, then oh well, it's not making sense or
Yeah.
it's not this and that and the
His
third.
story didn't even make sense because
That story was fucking stupid, man.
what he was saying was like, if he had called you the N word, you should have said he called you the N word right then and there.
Right.
Jason Whitlock told a story about how he ain't say shit to nobody. He just went like this on the field. He said something to me.
Right.
That's what he did. Then he went to his coach. He said something. You ain't do shit yourself.
Right.
You feel me? Like, what are you talking about? Like, for one, you can't judge no man on how he react to any situation because you ain't lived that man's life. One. So couldn't nobody tell Myles Garrett how he want to react, when he should react, when he should have said whatever he said. If you want to believe him or not, can't nobody tell him when he should have said it. He said it in a place that was supposed to be confidential, safe space. It wasn't supposed to get out. Now you want to shit on him for saying what he was supposed to, saying what he needed to say in the place he was supposed to say that. Man, fuck that dude, bro.
And not to put it to that severity because this is a football game, so the audience out there, what I'm about to say, don't get it construed. But it's just like saying like why people say, for instance, when ladies get raped or ladies, you know what I'm saying, get molested or whatever, and they say, well, why you didn't say nothing then? You know what I'm saying? You can't tell that person when to come clear because
they feel
now
comfortable
or when they feel comfortable
what?
because if they come right away, then it's like, oh, now do I gotta deal with this now? You know what I'm saying? Or once I feel like, all right, I think it's the right moment to let it go, or just let it out. You know what I'm saying? So and once again, I'm not putting that on the same level at all.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
You know what
I get exactly what you're saying.
But if I had to think of something that like just triggered my head when he was putting the days on it, like 6 days, 7 days, or you know what I'm saying, like who's to say when you ready to speak upon whatever the case may be? You know what I mean? Like
you like
and
you don't
once
never
again,
know.
and then you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's all speculation. Everybody in the media, everybody with this, man, it's all speculation. Like they say that it's sound clips everywhere, or they be like, well, the linemen on the Pittsburgh, they was black too, so if they wouldn't have did nothing if this and that, like, man, I mean, it's
nobody.
rules, you know
however,
like,
everybody, you can't tell nobody how to react, bruh. Like he could be somebody that like, bruh, like every time somebody ever said that word to him, he snapped. You don't know.
Right.
You can't nobody tell him how to feel about anything. Can't nobody tell anybody how to feel about it. You could judge him all you want to, but you can't tell him how to feel and how to react. And like all them people saying crazy shit like that, like what could possibly end the end for you? Like, no, my nigga, nothing can motivate me to do no shit like that. Like, what motivate you? Cause ain't nothing gonna motivate me to do no shit like that.
I mean, what to do the? Are you talking about for
no,
the
like what
just for Jason Whitlock to be like that?
Just in general, like what motivates you? Like what gets you out the bed to make you want to hit your goals, or what makes you want to have the goals you have? You know,
as far as being cliche, I mean, I ain't gonna be cliche like family and kids that like, but actually, what motivates me is, I guess, is trying to get better. You know what I mean? Like, I got flaws in said things. I would like for instance, drinking or whatever, like something I want to get better at, but it's just habitual. It's a habit. You know what I mean? Like, and at least in my lifestyle, how I go, I'm a creature. I'm a habit. I'm a creature of habit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get up at the same time. I do the same thing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, in some aspects, give or take, how it go. But I mean, my motivation is just, once again, I say if I had to put it on one thing, it's just it's daily progressing, and getting better. Like what we spoke about last week. We were talking about we went from this house to that house to this house. You know what I'm saying? Your sister went from here to here to here to here to here. You yourself, you evolve as a young man. Shit, your mother, my little brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, Congo, whoever. And those three guys that were just sitting to the left of you last week. So I mean, that's motivation too, man. Is looking at success, seeing success around me, and I think that'd be the major thing. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't do it. We don't do it for the gram. The guys that I know, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gloating. You know what I mean? And once again, just going back to last week. So I guess we were saying last week how I feel motivation is. That makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? That makes me happy to make them happy upstairs. That makes, you know what I'm saying? That makes me happy to see. I could think back 20 years how these guys was going, or even myself. You know what I mean? Or 15 years or 10 years, and boom, 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 boom. That's motivation to me. And yourself?
Mm, no. Different things motivate me at different times. Like one is like spite. Oh, like spite is like one of the main things that motivates me. That's probably like one of the top ones. Like I feel spite.
Spite, like somebody spiting you. Like, I mean, like,
yeah.
what?
Like spite. Like in spite. Like in spite of what people think. Like everything, it's the greatest motivator for me. In spite, people thought I wouldn't graduate. I'm a straight A student. In spite, like I do things in spite. Like people, like I,
you
like
saying you gonna show people wrong? Basically.
No. I'm not showing you wrong. I'm showing I can.
Well, I mean, I can't. Well, but that'll be hand in hand, and
nope.
I don't know. I think it'll be hand in hand.
I feel the way I feel about how it's the way I'm using my words because I feel this way. Like, yeah,
I know. But I hate to try to say I'm trying to tell you, but
you can't tell.
Once again, that's what I said. I'm not telling you, my nigga. Like, yo,
4 minutes ago, I just told you can't tell the person how.
Once again, I did not. I said I'm not. No, I said I'm not telling you, but I can say how it's coming, how me looking you eye to eye, and how it's coming out, how it can be perceived. That's how I say. That's why I try to say things with people. Some of my guys, man, y'all can say what the fuck y'all want to say, whether it's on here, whether it's wherever it go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you sexy man loud, whatever. And I ain't talking about what the fuck you, whether you give a fuck about what somebody think. Either it's me. I don't give a fuck what nobody think about you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in certain aspects, certain things, I was just like, yo, to me, how I'm when I'm talking to you face to face on this shit, or we talking, I'm telling you, just giving you feedback. I'm like, that's why I asked you. I'm like, oh, so you showing you. Well, you said you showing you can, but I'm like, what you it sounds different coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to it the same way. I mean, I'm listening to it a different way when it's coming through my antennas. You heard me? That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you how to fuck the sound or what you say, this and that. But go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
I couldn't finish saying what I wanted to say because you was cutting me off.
Because, man, you about to be on some shit. But go ahead.
No, I wasn't.
All right, man. Go ahead. You got it. Come on.
All I was saying was I do things in spite. Like that's just how it is. Like if I felt like people thought I couldn't do something, I'm doing it in spite. Not because you think I can't do it. I'm doing it because I'm gonna show you I can. Then I'm done with it. Like everything that I was doing. Like when I first wanted to box, people thought I couldn't box and be good at it. All right, so I just did it and I got good at it. I did it in spite. Boom. Play football. Just wanted to do it to show that I could do it. And I wanted to take off my shirt to pep rally. People thought I couldn't do it. I did it. Spite. Motherfuckers thought I couldn't do a lot just in spite of stuff. Like I do it because I want to make sure people know that I can accomplish like anything that I want to do. Like I could just be good at anything I want to do at any time because like that's just a motivating factor for me. Like in spite, like no matter what it is. And then like love, like I love to feel love. That's like a real big motivator for me. Like I always want to feel love. Like that's just a part of who I am. Like I don't want to be as so much connected to people, but like I'm definitely motivated to like feel love, and that's it. Like I don't need all extras. Like I don't need really nothing extra because I have everything I want. I just be motivated by like the love. Like I be in the gym listening to love songs and shit like that. Love, and then just the spite.
Do you know what spite mean?
Yes. That's why I'm saying like in spite, not to spite somebody, in spite of what somebody's, you know what I mean?
Is inspite a different word from spite?
Yes. Like I spite you and then like in spite of something. That's how I'm using it. That's the language I'm going with. Which one have you heard?
Hey, I'm asking you. I mean, I'm just looking it up. So it says spite or inspite. You know what I'm saying? So,
no matter what, I'm gonna be right.
So it is true that inspite is not a word. Okay, but
it is a saying though, right?
I mean, I guess
finish reading it. Finish reading it.
The difference between in spite of and despite is more of a connotation than in efficiency.
So it's used,
in spite
right?
of usually no.
So it's not used. You've never heard somebody say in spite of. In spite of, you've never heard it.
It's not a word. I mean, if it's like kind of
but you know what I'm logic. But you know exactly what I'm saying. That's the whole
reason we're talking about it right now. It's the whole reason why I fucking Googled the definition. Everybody trying to put a bow in the shit. Because I did not understand what you're saying. I can strongly say I did not understand what you're saying. So when I hear spite, when I hear spite, that's what I hear. You know what I'm saying? Like
what I'm asking you. So what I'm asking you, right? You've never heard anybody use that saying.
And once again, in spite, I will say, what do you mean? This is what I did. I don't understand what you're saying because how it comes to me, the word I'm thinking of is spite. I know what spite means.
All right, I understand
That's
what
the
you're
whole reason
saying.
is. I heard it.
All right, this is what I'm saying.
I heard it before, but once again, but I would have said the same thing to whoever said it. What do you mean by that? Or what did that mean?
So if you say like in spite of something, how would you use it?
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not too sure. Like I would say more or less when I use that sense, I mean use something spite or something with spite in it. I would say they was doing it in spite. Yeah, see that's where you go that way. That's like the same thing you're saying. You're saying when somebody spite me. You know what I'm saying? So you can go back and listen to it, nigga. That's why I was recording. Now you saying they doing it in spite, but you saying he's trying to spite me. Like
no.
So I'm talking saying they doing it
in spite of how they feel, in spite of what they think. That's exactly the same. Like in spite of prejudice, in spite of a broken leg.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he finished the fight in spite of his broken arm. You know what I mean? In spite of a broken rib, he ran for 30 yards. Like, you know what I mean?
Malice, maliciousness, ill will, ill feeling, spitefulness. He think I was saying it out of spite. That's not the same thing how you're using it in your verbiage. Yes, in my opinion. So that's all I can say. So we can talk about this shit all night long. So I'll make sure this is part of the fucking motivation and shit. Spite is part of it. Shit, that should have been a bullet point. What is spite? Fuck, man. Jesus. But
I'm right on that one though.
Hey man, you can have it, dog. I ain't here to be right or wrong. I just be trying to learn, baby.
All right, so like so this one like about life. How do you feel? Like how you feel? Do you feel like it's moving too fast?
No, it's not. It's not about moving fast. No, I said, do you feel? The question that I put, I said, is in your opinion, is your life flying fast, or is it going just the way you think life should go? With me, this shit blowing through. 35, dog, and it is November 24th at this recording, and it's about to be a whole nother calendar. I just remember my last birthday. You know what I'm saying? I remember 6 years ago when I fucking, you know what I'm saying, lived when I first, you know what I'm saying, linked up. You know what I mean? When we first linked up. I remember, shit, kids been born. Just everything, dog. Like, this shit been blowing through since I got out of the military, and I was at 22, and that was 06. Man, my shit, even to my hair growing, shit. I remember I was bald headed in 05. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit, my life, at least me, I feel like my shit in the fast lane, dog. Like, it's fast tracking. I don't know if it's because I sleep more, so my days don't go long, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be up a whole lot and doing whatever we was doing back in the day. So I don't know because I got a schedule. I got a schedule now, so it's just all right. Point A, wake up, work, da da da, come home, da da da, shower up, do all over again. Then next thing you know, it's back to 5 in the morning again. So I think it's definitely not going slow. Not a vacation, not a day off, none of that shit. But it's going fast. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just like, yo, I was just 30 a couple years ago, dog. And nigga about to be on the brink of shooting up to 40, about to get a colonoscopy and shit here soon. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody putting no tube in my ass. Hell no.
Not a tube. They going finger, dude.
Oh, you talking about the exam? You said colonoscopy.
Oh, that's colonoscopy.
Yeah. They putting the tube.
No, I mean, my bad.
I
meant the fucking the ass checker. The ass checker.
Yeah, they run.
No, that's an enema. Putting the tube, but that's an enema. No, colonoscopy is what I'm talking about.
No, that's not. Don't look it up, man. Don't look it up. Just trust me. Just trust me.
Fuck no, I don't trust you.
Okay. Because what you talking about is a prostate exam. That's what you meant to say. So I was just gonna let it be. Because I was gonna let it be. But
so
go
what
ahead.
Is it?
I told you I'm always right. It's what I just said.
Colonoscopy. Let's look at this real quick.
They probably gonna look in your colon, which is in your butt.
Examination of the large bowel and the distal part of the small bowel with a CDC camera or a fiber optic camera on a flexible tube passed through the anus.
Yeah.
Well, it's still an examination, but
No,
But a prostate exam and then
prostate
colonoscopy. I guess that's different. So you got that one. I'll give you that. We one for one.
You want to keep it count, huh? Yeah.
It's one to one.
Yeah, life is like I don't know. I think life started flying by like as soon as I graduated high school. But like when me and my friends be talking, like I feel like we all just feel like that. Like once you out here in the world, you just every day just go faster because every day you like until like you get to a point where I feel like for me it's like kinda slowing down now. But like at first it was like I wouldn't even say survival, it was just like trying to figure it out. I was always trying to figure it out. And like when I got closer to 30, I started figuring out who I was. So I started feeling better and I felt like shit started slowing down because I could just understand the process shit and not feel like, oh, I need to think about how this person think or think about how these people feel about what I'm about to do. And now I just know everything that I do. I know I do it for me first, and then everything else is second. Like everything that I have to do is for me first, and everything else second. Because if I don't take care of myself, then I can't take care of anything else that I have to do. And like I think like once I got into that mindset, and then just like feeling good and being convicted in the fact that I feel the way that I feel about me and myself, it started slowing down a little bit more for me. Like, cause I just feel different about everything. I understand some of the things I didn't a little better. But at first, that shit was flying. And then like as soon as I turned 30, like all type of weird shit and crazy shit was happening for like the first 6 months. And then it was like, boom. Nigga, calm down. You okay? And it was like, all right, how we be talking about like I be needing to breathe. Like I started breathing and I was breathing for real. But like whenever you go through shit starts speeding up for you again. But like I feel like it's slowing down for me right now. But I'm not in no like transition period in life. Like I ain't got no kids. Like I'm not in no type of relationships or nothing. So it's just me. Like I don't really worry about too much other shit other than me. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess that can be a plus or whatever. You have more time for self growth.
A lot of people got, a lot of people got kids
grow.
and shit.
I mean, and it's not even a kid thing because I mean, even a single person. I mean, I'm not once again not speaking for you, but even one said single person can be, still like it's like damn that shit going fast. You know what I mean? Like, but cause I had no kids once upon a time. You know what I mean? And it was still moving. Like you said after high school. Like that's why I said, cause right at high school I was right in boot camp, so that's why I said after the military. If you notice what I said after the military. So that put me at 22. So that was right around the time when I got in the real world. Took a little break. We doing whatever, cooling out, not working. But then when I got to, I guess I could attest to it a little bit when you say figure it out or having to figure shit out. But yeah, it's not fast and once again it's not just to put just to figure it out. I mean, to finish it up, it's not a bad way because I mean it's actually pretty cool. I mean, because I'm just seeing people, you know what I'm saying, seeing kids grow, seeing relationships grow, and I'm talking about as far as my internal family. And I mean, it ain't too shabby. It ain't bad. I dig it. I ain't tripping. I just be like, damn, 2019 gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you a month away. We're a month away. A month and 7 days away.
Yeah, I posted one of those like 10-year pics. Niggas don't believe me. I'm just saying, like,
I don't know. I mean,
I did it, but I did it just to show people like I still wear the same clothes. I got on the same outfit.
Yeah, I mean,
I took that other picture like maybe a couple weeks ago. Like I was wearing the same shit. People were like, "You can't be serious." Like that's me.
Only reason I got this shirt on today, I was talking to Shanta. I'm like, damn man. When I go back to the videos, I'm like, I got a black hoodie, but everybody know that's how me and a couple of my cats do. We hoodie up and like I get off work, take my khakis off, whatever, take my uniform off. It's back to jogging pants. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was like, let me throw something different on for this week. This same old shit with the pants, or whatever. I was like, but let me throw a different like a little shirt, but it's still thermos. Like it's wintertime and it's thermos, beanies, and hoodies and all that crap.
So speaking of life moving and everything, right? Think you gonna die soon?
Nah, God,
that's what's up.
Laura willing, I don't think so. I mean, but everything is.
Well, maybe I said that the wrong way.
Everything is
not soon. I mean, do you
saying,
think like you gonna live a while? That's how I was trying to set you up for the.
Oh no. I'm just saying no. I said Laura willing, but like, hey man, I ain't that's one thing I ain't scared of, man. I ain't scared of death, dog. and especially with the the things that we didn't see, and especially I didn't see close quarters with with cancer and all this stuff. Not me, but with my wife with cancer and shit like that. And it's I'm really ain't tripping. You hear me? Like, so
It's inevitable.
And everything and everything is everything, man. And then that makes it live that makes it live that makes us live even more friend or even more fearless. You know what I'm saying? I always live fearless. I always live a day at a time anyway. So therefore I could be a main reason that my life does go fast. Because I live day by day. Not saying I don't try to plan ahead, short term and long term, but I live day to day. You know what I mean? And luckily I'm not the statistic that, be out and possibly losing their lives, and not because of no negative aspect, but just being at that spot and some bullshit popped off, and one can say, "Oh, is it that said person time to go?" But you can try to say that, but at the same time, people don't want to hear. I know I don't want to hear that shit.
Like,
it was your time to go.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? It was your time to go. Like,
niggas going to hell, bro. Like, you pray for that nigga all you want to. Some of these niggas going to hell.
Well, once again, I'm talking about cats. I'm talking about, like, for instance, like,
I don't give a fuck how you die. Some niggas going to hell. Don't matter how you die. You pray for them all you want to. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? You can all that rest in peace and rest in heaven for everybody. You just saying that shit to make yourself feel better. You know what I mean?
I mean, even with I'm two things. I'm not political and religious. Even though I think what I'm saying, I think it's not per se a heaven or hell, but I think it is like a higher spirit, I guess. But I mean, shit. What they say, you can repent like right before you die. You can. Well, everybody's still gonna be able to go upstairs, right?
If you don't believe it, then you can't say it.
What you mean?
You can't if you don't believe it.
If you believe in a higher spirit, it ain't gotta particularly be Jesus Christ or.
But you don't believe it, so it don't matter.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
Me as in Joseph?
Yeah.
No. I say I believe in a higher spirit. I say I'm not religious. I don't have to be religious.
So do you believe you can repent?
I believe in the higher spirit.
So
I believe it's some type of, I guess, a repent or some type of apology or whatever. I believe so. I believe so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but
I'm not really sure.
I say I'm not religious. No, I'm saying I'm not religious though. I'm not like a.
Yeah, because when you say I'm not religious, I was just thinking like it don't really make a difference.
Even with that being said, I say I do believe in a higher power, but I don't think you have to be religious. Like me, like my doggone definition of like being like very like being religious, like one of the super religious, like it's just you live, breathe, and die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but I can. Like I do my prayers, or you know what I'm saying. I pray to the higher. That's what I'm saying. I pray to a higher being.
Can you give him a name?
I don't know if I can put a real name on it, but
so
I mean, like whether it's God or whatever. But
not even being difficult, right? I
pray to a higher being.
Yeah. All right. So not even being difficult, right? So if your higher being doesn't have a name, could you just give him a name that you want him? Any name that you want to give him, like Jeff or some shit? Like
I guess you could. I guess one could, but. I mean, me, I haven't.
So what do you say? Like at the end, you just say amen?
So, no, I just say,
you say, we good?
I don't say amen, no, I just
finish?
I do like a little, no, I don't do a dap, but, you know what I'm saying? I say my little pieces, and then I just, you know what I'm saying? And I just shoot up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I do.
I feel like long as everybody believe in something, you good. Because you got to just have a little something in you. You got to believe in a little something. Right. I feel like everybody do. Even atheists, because they don't believe. In order not to believe, you got to actually believe. That shit is like funny. That motherfucker just believe that they can not believe in some shit that they have to believe into in order for it not to be real.
Yeah, shit. I mean, like I said, I'm not wild. To be honest, like I said, the most information, bro. And even if it's the new information with the shit that we be having them talks upstairs. That's the only shit that you know what I mean. As far as that's my servers, you know what I'm saying, our in-house servers and shit. But man, I mean, it's. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I guess that's what I'm saying. I don't talk about it, so that's why I really don't have no straight answer for that shit.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, where was that? Hey, what you got? Speaking about
because I don't think like. I don't know. Life is moving, but I don't think I'm gonna die. If I did, though, I mean, I got arrangements. Like, well, I don't have arrangements. My family is put into arrangements, and then I pay. But like, I don't really care either. Like I'll probably outlive my arrangements. I say that much. Like I don't really. I don't.
What you mean outlive your arrangements? What you mean? I don't think you say outlive your arrangements. I'm saying like
I'm special, man.
All right, man. That's what I said. So I don't know if I'm thinking like, am I writing this shit wrong? Because I'm like, I made sure I proofread. So I'm like, you're coming off a whole different thing. Like you living past your arrangements. I'm like, this is really simple. Do you have funeral arrangements for your death?
Yes, I do. Well, I'll live them. Yes, I will.
Okay. And then, so what you mean you have like a living will or like something to that aspect?
I'm not telling people what I got on this shit.
The fuck, nigga? If you got life insurance or living will, who the fuck cares?
All niggas gotta know is if anything happened to me, you gotta pay Mo first.
All right, whatever the fuck that mean, man. All right, well, my aspects, I'm clear and set. I'm clear and hot. Living will, life insurance, all that kick a boot. So if I was to go today or don't wake up tomorrow, family gonna be set, getting cremated. Shit,
can we put you in bullets? Can we put you in bullets?
Man, for all I give a fuck, y'all would throw me in a fucking dumpster. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they ain't gonna put you in no dumpster, but we could burn you and then put you in bullets. They did that shit on Scandal. You be fucking with Scandal, you see when they thought, was it Quinn? I don't know who it was. They thought that it was there, and they put the motherfucker. No, it was the one dude, the black homie, put him in bullets.
I remember talking
about.
I don't give a fuck less what anybody does.
Oh, that'd be some live shit.
I just told her collect the check. And then I'm like, hey, fuck it. She get the fuck with other niggas, then oh well. You know what I'm saying? Have at
it. that's where your mind gonna be gone. So she gonna go get another man.
Hey, no, I'm just saying. I know, cause we be joking about it and shit. I'm like, shit. I don't know. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and make it shake, baby. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, but no, I'm set though. But because I was talking to one of my mentors, he retired gunny. The Marine Corps, not higher rank, but it's like, it's up there. But because he was saying how he already got a mark for like any cemetery, but he retired though, so I had to look up if I'm able to even be buried because I'm a vet, war vet or whatever. Mm-hmm. I wonder if I'm able to be buried at like a national cemetery.
So if you could do that, you'd rather have just a national cemetery?
I mean, it'd be dope for them. Like it'd be dope for like the family to see or whatever. Like to see that if they took care of it and get the whole flag, the whole kick a boodle, I guess, and then she not. You know what I'm saying? She not paying for it. You know what I mean? I don't think they paying for it.
You think that's better than being put in a bullet, nigga?
Yeah, but the bullet only lasts for a second, I guess. But the bullet probably don't get used either. I mean, that's what you about to do, like a 21 gun salute or something like that.
Why would we waste on a 21 gun salute?
Because that's dope. Like
they would save it and use it to shoot somebody.
Are you talking about like putting it in an actual
gun and shoot a motherfucker?
No, I'm talking about, but
don't you want to
like
protect? Don't you want to protect your family forever? They put your ashes in bullets.
They won't.
Oh my God! Somebody can't flocka. Joe, you always here for us.
They won't be able to do that. No, they won't be able to do that. They're not even good at.
I'm gonna call Olivia Pope. All right, well, somebody might get shot in their foot with your bullet, and then they'll learn their lesson. Like Joe always told us.
Hey, man. I don't know, man. I mean,
you starting to think like, yeah, I do want to lightweight.
No. I'm really. Moral of the story is for me is that I don't give a fuck what happened to me when I died, man. What happened to my shit? Long as the financial aspect is good and that shit get turned to the right people as far as like meaning, you know what I mean, my youngins, you know what I'm saying, and God forbid if, you know what I'm saying, everybody kicking and moving at a later date, then we'll be good, man.
I just tired.
I think it's good shit.
Burn everything. Hey,
like I said, I don't care. Like, yo, you could throw me in the fucking dirty Lake Erie, man. Whatever. You could have me.
That is disgusting.
I can die on I-77.
See, this is why you got to go to a gym. This is why you got to go to a gym. Because if you
can open the door and push me out.
This is why you got to go to a gym
and be cool.
This is why you got to go to a gym.
The autopsy gonna say that I was already dead before the push out.
Go to the gym.
And in my will, what's it gonna say?
Joe,
it's gonna
just
say,
go to the gym.
He said push me out the car.
Go to the gym. Go to the gym. If you sculpted your body out a little more, you be like, I worked too hard for y'all to be just throwing me in the river type shit.
I never been a man, dude. Listen here. Listen here, quick. Hey, I was down there, even more bulkier than you think you are.
I'm big out here.
In my earlier,
I'm literally the strongest man that ever lived.
In my earlier days, dude. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty fit. I was pretty alright. But I mean, I ain't never had no six pack. Never wanted that, man. Hey, the homies got that little shit. Y'all can have a little.
Hey, no.
That don't mean
No.
I can be 250 and still be
What you will not do is say little. Niggas work hard for these six pack. Don't be downplaying our work. That niggas be working hard to have nice bodies and shit. Talking about some y'all little.
Hold on.
Niggas work hard for their body. Like niggas have to eat right. Go to the gym.
Did we just
run and shit.
What we just argue about for 10 minutes? What we just argue about for 10 minutes?
Oh no!
You can't tell me how I can say
no.
I said I ain't say you.
No,
I said
no.
I said hey y'all.
No, you said you and y'all. You said yo little. We already
y'all
you little. Like you dismissing how hard it works. How hard niggas work. That could have been me. Like all right. See, that's not fair. Cause when you started saying what you said, I could have been like,
you called me a fat ass lord.
No, I didn't.
I said you can. I said, dude, I don't give a.
So what if? All right. So when you were just saying like, yeah, back in my days when I was doing my thing, and I said, yeah, don't nobody care about your little military workout that was in the past. That don't matter. That shit don't count.
I'd have been like, hey,
you lying.
What you mean?
You lying.
You're not offending me.
You lying. I wouldn't offended you, but you would have defended your statement.
Nah.
Well, look, listen, Joe. You right.
The only way you would offend me is
Joe,
if you
right.
say like, fuck
you
you,
right.
Marine Corps motherfuckers.
You hurt my feelings. I could have, but I didn't. And you hurt my feelings by downplaying how hard I work to have a nice body.
That would have been. Well, it's okay. You'll be okay. You strong.
I don't know if I will.
You said you're a special guy, man.
I am a special guy. I got emotions, Joe.
You'll be all right.
See, now you downplaying my emotions. How can you do this to me, man?
I can't confirm or deny. You say I'm doing it.
You don't like people with emotions? That's why you don't like female podcasts? Because you don't like people with emotions, Joe?
Because they make horrible decisions. Like you.
But that shit is live, though. Horrible decisions is live, though. But for real, though.
I ain't gonna say it's gonna be whack, man.
I can't understand how you don't like women podcasts. Not even like women, but like podcasts with women on them.
No. I said, like, full women podcasts. I like lip service.
That's a full woman podcast.
Well, once again, what did I explain off the air?
But they guest be women too.
Nah, but I don't watch it every trip. Like for instance, I watch or listen to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, comedian. He always got some of the top like Quay Quigley or the top female doggone comedians or whatever. That shit is cool, you know what I'm saying, because it's a different. I don't know, it's just a different aura, man. I don't.
It's because you really like Joe Rogan.
Even with Joe Rogan, like when he have a female on, it's just I don't know, man. The conversation different when it be like
I
chatty,
think you feel like the conversation
be chatty, man,
because the conversation be the same.
I don't know, man. Like I said, this is my opinion, dog. Like,
I know, but like
I know they top.
We trying to get to why you feel that way.
I don't know, man. It's just chatty, man.
Like how?
It's
because they be having conversations. I
don't like hearing my fucking wife talk on the fucking phone.
So you don't like hearing women talk.
I don't like hearing.
So you don't like
talk,
women
man.
talk. Yeah. You don't like to hear women talk. Got you.
Hey yo, I don't like hearing because I feel.
So you would love that show, Mad Men, right?
I really feel. I don't even know what that is. I really feel. I heard it before, but I never saw it in my life.
I really
feel, man, that it's just. I always put it as gossip. I'm not saying that dudes can't
gossip.
So
when women talk, they gossip.
I just feel that's what it sounds like. It's girl, this and that and that, whatever. I know it's a stereotype, and y'all can bash you all day long. I hope a lot of goddamn soldiers come. I hope they at BRUZ or ENT. Y'all can go ahead and have at it, and I will answer everything.
You're drowning
man.
right now. I'm not throwing you around.
That's
that
good,
shit.
Man.
Like,
you don't need to. It's cool. Like, I can handle my own, baby.
Like,
I can
come
handle
on,
my own, man.
For real.
Hey,
like, cause it's some like I don't listen to a lot. I listen to Horrible Decisions. I rock with Lip Service.
And I barely listen to Lip Service.
And this is another one. I think it's like shit. I'm 30 or fuck. I'm 30. I listen to that from time to time. But like
I like Gia and Casey. I like the Casey crew. That's like listening to two women. That's one of my favorite.
That's like listening to two women.
Hey. You will not disrespect my homeboy Envy, man.
Bruh, we not even about to play like he don't turn off all of his masculinity for his wife, and I ain't mad at him for it because that's what he do. But that's like listening to two women. So what is you saying?
Nah, that's in your opinion, but no, it's about him.
You right,
about him stepping down or whatever. I mean, but that's what we do as some married men. Like, if you want to be that alpha shit and you think if that's gonna work in some situation, that shit don't work. I can't go up there. I can't get back. Hey, make me some fucking food right now. Or
so what you saying? So what you saying is you okay? So you okay with? So you okay with? You okay with listening to DJ Envy and his wife, even though that's a man and a woman talking, but you so you don't want to listen to two women talk. You don't want to listen to multiple women talk. I'm just
saying, like, it's just some things don't give me. If I can't take them in big dosages, I won't be able to listen.
Because they be talking about regular shit.
No, I understand. I do. I didn't listen to it. I can't listen to it. All right. And I'm not recanting what I said. So once you put these little clips up, make sure you still put them up. No. I know. I'm saying I'm not trying to bag the truck up on what I was saying the whole time. But I guess like I told her, I only can take them in small dosages. You know what I'm saying? Not just them. I'm talking about like when it comes to that shit. When conversation like that, man, I can take it in small doses. Like, yo, they can get to talking, and then it just be, I'll be cool. Like, I give you a soft 20. You know what I'm saying? Soft 30 and. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just been like, it's
so
always
how
been like that,
in the fuck did you ever date ever in the world if you don't like listening to women have conversations?
I don't want nobody other than this podcast or whatever. Like, I don't want nobody. I don't talk around. I talk low for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I talk low for a reason. Because I never been the person to try to be the loud person. Like, it tends from
no. That's not no. That's not what I'm asking you. Cause that's not what I'm asking you,
dude.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, throughout the things, I don't have to listen to. I can talk to a female. I can talk to Shanta all day. I can talk to some of my coworkers all day, but they mostly adults or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 50s, whatever, like that. But it's a different conversation or whatnot. But like when it's come to my peers, some of my peers or whatever, like, yo. Or especially in the work aspect, dog. When I worked at B-Dubs and shit, man, like, that shit used to be terrible, man. Just hearing them on the front line, how they talk and shit like that, man. And then especially nowadays with the cussing and all that shit, like, I'm a big proponent of women. I mean, not saying women can't cuss, but like in an outside setting, I'm a big thing about a woman being a woman outside of the thing. So I guess that's one of the biggest things I'm talking about. I know Angela Yee cuss on lip service or whatever, and they talk about pussy and dicks and all that shit, whatever. But at the same time, I don't know, man. It's just.
My nigga,
I'm a big
you would
proponent
love Mad Men. I swear to God.
I don't know what the fuck Mad Men is.
You gotta watch it. It's it's a critically acclaimed show. I'm not even being funny.
No,
but
all
the stuff that you talk about,
I never watched it.
It's Mad Men. That's why I'm saying, like, you would love Mad Men.
I'm probably just a mad fucking man. I'm probably just.
Nigga. Mad Men is about dudes in the office smoking cigarettes. It's different from like niggas being crazy. It's not like crazy people. It's like 50s. It's an advertisement company in the 50s. It's not about like serial killers and shit, nigga.
And I'm not. No, I was saying I'm probably just like one of those grumpy, like they call me like a grumpy old man.
No, nigga, you just got like maybe you just got older values. That's perfectly fine. You are who you are.
Let me give you an example, man. When I worked at B-Dubs.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple of them that I was cooler with than others, but man, it was like some young, like they was like 17 or 18. You know what I mean? And it's like couple years back, but I'm still like 30, you know what I'm saying? So they cussing and all that. I'm like, ladies, I'm like, why y'all gotta be cussing so loud and stuff? I'm like, why y'all gotta talk like that? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Joe, what the hell why the fuck you give a fuck? This, that, and that. I'm like, because I got daughters. You know what I'm saying? At the time I didn't have JoJo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I got 3 little daughters, and you know what I mean? I would think they won't be talking like that. You know what I mean? You representing, you know what I'm saying, said person that y'all care about, mother, grandmother, whoever it is, you know what I mean? I don't think y'all be talking like that amongst that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like at 17 or 18, I'm like, I was just, so I mean,
now what age did you just say? What I say every week on this podcast?
17, 18.
What I say every week on this podcast?
I understand that teenager shit. That's fine with the teenager shit, but it's teenagers that do your fucking niece and nephew cuss in front of your grandmother or your mother?
I don't know.
Your mother, your sister get mad at me when I'm cussing. I'm like, I'm at my house and
I'm pretty sure she cussed in front of her other grandmother.
I'm like, shit, she cussing in front of me? Oh, well, I got nothing to do with the other side. I'm just saying, like, what happens around here. She cussing in front of me at work or whatever.
People do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. Like, certain values for the family, like, you got to understand that. But, like, if they ain't at home, they out and about, They gonna say they gonna talk how they want to talk.
I'm saying, but this is at a work setting. I ain't saying they outside in the club and no shit like that. I'm saying I ain't trying to sector nobody. I mean, shit. I mean,
but like
you
that, look, you gotta look at it like this. If you 17, that's like when you was at your job at 17. Like you ain't really give a fuck that much. You know what I mean? Like nobody ain't really.
I was 7. Yes, I did. Because when I was 17, guess where I was at? I was at Art of Teachers, and guess what? 20 years later, I still help out there if they need me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you know when I was 17,
me, I still get to go see them or whatever.
Yeah. Well, when I was 17, I worked at McDonald's, and I ain't give a fuck. We were jumping niggas and putting them under the sink, and we was doing all type of other shit. Like I didn't like when you said you don't really give a fuck about that job you got, cause like in my mind frame it was like I don't give a fuck about this shit, cause when I'm get up out of here, I'm gone. I hate, like I don't eat the food. I don't watch the commercials. Like I hate McDonald's. So like when I was in that bitch, I hated it. So I knew for a fact that like I ain't give a fuck about this job. Cause when I get up out of here, I ain't never coming back, ever. Like I'm the nigga that quit and took my shit off and left it there, and they ain't even know I quit type shit, cause they ain't even have me on the schedule, cause they knew I hated my job. So when like you young, like you don't really give a fuck about that shit. Like most people when you young, most people when you young,
because you talking for yourself how you is, I'm the complete opposite of what you were saying. You said you bounced and left,
but like look,
you never had to come back. But guess what? I had to when I had to leave from Virginia when I got to some shit, not got to some shit, but when it was a breakup or whatever in Virginia or whatever, and I had to come back to Ohio and find a quick joint. Oh, no problem. Right. Let's go.
That's cool, but so, look, that's cool, but that makes sense. But like, I made up my mind that I was not doing that shit, so I didn't give a fuck because I knew how I felt and how I was treating that motherfucker. You might have had a cool experience at Arthur Treacher's. You get it? So you might have took your job a little more serious. I don't give a fuck about that shit in McDonald's.
I take all my jobs serious.
You can do that if you want to.
You're right. And you ain't gotta give a fuck about yours.
No, it's not that, bruh. It's
that's
like
what it sound like to me.
No, look.
That's what it sound like to me.
And you can feel that way, Joe. But like for me, because I take the job I have now seriously. But the thing about it is like I ain't never want to treat no shit like that. Like my like some shit like this could be an end for me. Like fuck that. Like when I get about, because when I was in a meeting one time and that bitch, she told me you gonna come back because you always come back. She was like, I got my degree in nursing and I'm still here. You always come back. I looked at her and I was like, all right. I'm up out this bitch. I ain't never coming back. In spite of what you think I will not ever be back.
I was about
you get what I'm saying? I was
about to bring it back. Look, I was like, now that was spite.
I'm in a position where even if I ain't have a fucking penny, I wouldn't eat McDonald's with a free Big Mac coupon type shit. You feel me? Like yes, like that's how in certain jobs I had to feel that way about them to make sure that I got up out that bitch and I motivated myself past it. Cause like certain shit I just wouldn't like, I just couldn't do again. Like I couldn't work at McDonald's again. Like I felt like shit in that.
I said I would never work at McDonald's.
People treat you like shit in McDonald's. I don't give a fuck what people say.
Treaters are whole different animal.
Man, cause you get like people coming from church and shit, and people that want fish sandwiches and shit.
Man, you still gonna have some ignorant people.
You ain't gonna get nobody that want to pour a cup and throw that shit on you just cause they having a bad day on the Saturday and treaters. If they did that, they came cause they know the motherfuckers in there.
All right, man. I can't convince you, dog. Like you said, you know everything, right?
Cause you know niggas having a rougher time in McDonald's than any other food place on the planet. A bitch just had to throw a blender at a motherfucker the other day.
Hey,
you know people treat motherfuckers that work at McDonald's like shit. Like keep it 100. Like you just being like just keep it 100. I ain't trying to compare shit, but I'm just all McDonald's people walk in there and treat them people like shit. Every single McDonald's on the planet.
Man, this McDonald's that I'll say Virginia.
And you think nobody ever went in there with an attitude or nothing?
Let me tell you how on cue this McDonald's was. This McDonald's was like the Chick-fil-A like the Chick-fil-A version of this McDonald's.
I don't want to hear the story of it come out. He was a satisfied customer.
Man, I'm talking about all the way through and through. Like, man, it's a small town. You know what I mean? And it's the only one in the X amount of miles radius, like 20, 30 miles, whatever. Like, it's saying like there's only one McDonald's around here, then the next one gonna be in Akron. It's like that far. Yo, it was dope, man. It was dope all around. I didn't work there, but I'm just saying like I frequent there, and even you can because
and what you're saying is there was never an unhappy customer always, ever.
I mean, shit. I'm quite
it's
sure.
It's always an unhappy customer somewhere.
I'm quite sure.
Yes,
that's anything, but not to a extent. I mean, I never saw to an extent to where. Well, at B-Dubs I did. There was some action there and shit. Like. This girl thought about she was gonna spit on me and shit. And, she'd threaten me to spit on me or some shit like that. But once again, had on my cool, just escort her out, whatever.
Because people that work
she
in
was
food
like,
service, they be treating you funny style.
Hey, she was like, I should spit on you. And I said, well, you be the last person I spit on. Or I mean, I'd be the last person you spit at, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think it's case by case, man. Management skills with some aspects or whatever. Because some people will test, you know what I'm saying? They test it depending on where the demographic at, in my opinion. And I guess it's all about how you go about it.
Nah, I think it's everywhere. Because, like, no matter what kind of job you got, people going like...
I've been doing food services and shit for since I was 14. And I've been in different food services. Older, younger, hospital-wise, like I am now. And I mean, I'd have had some people that they'll yell and buck, you know what I'm saying? Some of the vets, whatever. I just had one like last month, whatever. Mr. Such and Such, you know what I'm saying? I don't want this. My diet is different. Da 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 da. And I said, hey, calm down, Mr. Such and Such. I never disrespect you not once in my life. This and that and that. And then I left it alone. Gave him his food, or he said he didn't want it, so I took the food back. 10 minutes later, when he rolling out, excuse me, sir, can I talk to you? I apologize. I just done that. It's already been such and such. No big deal. Everybody got a bad day, like you just said. So I don't know, man. Everybody I can wiggle it a different way than some people can wiggle it, I guess.
Nah, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that he did it. He felt like he could do it. That's the thing about certain jobs and like services. Like people just think they can do it. How you reacted made him change his mind about what he did. But like the fact that he just thought he could do it be the problem. You know what I mean?
A lot of people can think they can do anything. You feel you can do what you want to do.
I can do everything.
You know that's what I'm saying. So what's so different from?
But I can't talk to a person like shit just because where they work at or what they doing though. You see what I'm saying?
How can I put that? If you said you can do everything, why would I take that away from saying you can't do that? How do I know you don't go to a restaurant and say because
I don't do shit like that. Because I don't do shit like that. Okay. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying.
Me either.
You know exactly what I'm saying.
Because I'm not in your brain. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm listening.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you heard what I said. From now on, I'm disrespecting every single motherfucker that I pay for food from.
There we go, man. Hey,
until y'all see me on the news,
and then you gotta choose.
And then I'm gonna tell them that I just can do anything I want to.
There you go. Then you gotta choose your consequences, man.
I won't. I'll just be in the paper again. I was in the paper allegedly for doing it once. I'll be in the paper allegedly for doing it twice.
So it sounds like a track record.
It is what it is. Don't worry, they got different people. Shit, who knows which one of me it was?
Hey, man. Your life, dog. Your road.
Because you know what the fuck I be talking about, man. I don't even know why you be making me having to do all that. Because you know what I be talking about,
I'm
man.
just listening. I'm taking it in.
All right.
I'm throwing you something back, man. That's all I'm doing, man. Hey, with that, I want to hold on that last one because I want to see what you want to get because that's the last one, right?
What? I want to know what's up with this. Are you scared to ask for help? I don't know what that was about.
Oh, actually, I listened to it. I forget who said it. I was just told it was military. It was a military one, but basically in a nutshell, he was just saying like, ask for help. I don't care if it's like, say if it's something that, not just monetary or whatever. Like say you need help like that, but just say if you struggling and you need a phone call or have to make a phone call to, just say me for instance or whatever and shit. Instead of being like not scared, but instead of being like, fuck it, I can handle it on my own, whatever. Especially if it's like a dire thing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying like $10 to get a fucking blunt or whatever the fuck it costs these days, but there's something like that's real. Like my lights off tomorrow, man. Hey sis, or hey bro, you got, you know what I'm saying? Are you is it available or can you help it out? Otherwise, my shit gonna be snipped.
They cut my lights off. I'm moving over here.
No, nigga.
I already told you I'm right here. Man. I'll be ready for it. We could podcast every fucking day.
Nah, man. We tried that once already.
Famo.
We tried that once already. Man. I said never again with that one. Your mom's talking that shit too.
Y'all, we all be up in this motherfucker together, bro. You feel me?
Man,
I might have to give me a girl or something.
I'm getting me
as long as y'all cool, my girl coming over and shit.
Give me a one-room efficiency. And y'all, the rent that y'all pay to go in here to this mortgage, that's gonna be That's gonna be there. So when it's time for me to go to bed, I'm like, all right, baby, see you
Whatever
tomorrow.
works. Some shit break, we calling
Yeah,
you.
shit. I can't fix nothing anyway. I'm about to call somebody. So shit. All I'm gonna be doing is middleman. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
no, that's all it was. I was saying
Oh,
like
yeah.
like
I'm a
it's
strong
me.
proponent of that. Like,
But
ask for help for whatever. Like, it don't make a difference. Like, I feel like you should just ask for help for everything. Don't matter. People can say yes or no. I was telling one of my homies the other day, like, I don't give a fuck what you ask for. You ask for whatever you want to. I don't care. Because if I got it, I'm going to give it to you. If I don't, then, like, I ain't got it. But, like, that shit ain't going to never matter to me. If somebody asks me for some shit, I probably won't even ask for it back unless I am dire need of it. Like, I feel like this whole life, when it comes to friendships and family, like it should just be barter anyway. Like if you need something, you can have it. When I need something, you can have it. It ain't
that's
about
what it used
oh
to. That's what it used to be on back in the day.
yeah, like it ain't about like I owe you
Back in
for
the older
this and
days.
that. Like cause it's much easier to just know that somebody got you when you need them more than like I gotta ask and then I gotta make sure I can give back what I took. Like I fuck all that. Like what I got to give you is what I got to give you. And like you don't have to give me nothing back. Just make sure that when I need something, you can do that for me. Like if I need a ride somewhere, or nigga, I need a meal today. Like my niggas done looked out for me. I'm talking about then picked me up on the side of the road and went and got a nigga a meal or something. We done sat down and talked to his mama. Then we done left there, went to go chill with the bro. We done had a couple drinks. We talk on the way home. He sit me down, take me home. Be like, all right, you feel me, like that type of shit.
Hey,
Like
no,
you feel me, like
during my
I
slump
don't be
days,
care. I don't really give a fuck about all that shit. Like
during
ask for help for whatever you need from whoever can help you.
yeah, during my slump days, before like got back to getting back on track, like I went through like a 3 or 4 year like slump.
In them
No,
30s,
no vehicle.
close
It
to your
was
30s.
right before it was like right me turning 30,
I be
around there.
telling
So
niggas
it was like the late
it
20s, getting
happened
into
to
30s and shit.
everybody, man.
It was about 4 or 5 years I had a slump or
Hmm.
whatever and shit. And I was, you know what I'm saying, it was, and it's nobody's fault of their own. It was more or less my fault, obviously. But yeah, but I had a slump, so you know what I'm saying, I didn't want to have my daughter like get on the bus all the time. So I had no vehicle for like 3 years. I had no vehicle, so I'm asking this person to take them there or try to borrow my homeboy car. You know what I'm saying, or if my homeboy over, then especially if it's raining, I pay my neighbor. You know what I mean? Pay my neighbor, Neil. God bless the dead. I asked him, can he? I'm like, yo, man, he shoot me my daughter to daycare real quick. You know what I'm saying? If it's raining and shit like that. But it been a couple of times when she was a youngin, like 1 or 2, where shit, I had to take my jacket off. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding her, and then shit, we slumming through. You know what I'm saying? So, but it been times, man. Like I don't mind asking for help. And like I said, if it really need to be done, but
Yeah, I feel like you
if
gotta
it's
act.
something light though, you know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like you
Like,
gotta
no.
ask before it's bad though. Like, cause some people look at you crazy. Like, why the fuck you didn't ask me earlier? Like, I ain't gonna ask. Like, let's say like my light's about to get cut off for real. I'm not gonna ask for help when my light's about to get cut off. I'm gonna ask for help once that bitch a month past due.
Mm,
Cause you know the next one is off,
right.
and somebody might not be able to help you keep them on, but they might be able to help you pay it down. Like if I'm in that type of situation, that's why I tell people like when you need help, don't wait till the last minute. Soon as you know you about to need help, don't wait till you ain't got no choice but to ask. Soon as you be like, oh, I'm about to need some help with this, go ahead and ask. Cause by the time shit get real, you've been in figured out who can be able to help you or not if you really in them type of situations. Like I ain't doing no fool shit like nigga like when like nigga my mother had to pay my rent for like a year and a half, 2 years. I wasn't gonna wait till I'm about to get evicted to ask her can she pay my rent or help me pay my rent. I'm about to
Right.
ask her I'm asking her at the beginning or the middle of every month. Like I've been going to work every day. Just how much money I got. Can you help me? Like I don't
Right.
need nothing else. I don't need no internet. I don't need no nothing. All I need to do is make sure this. I pay my lights. I pay my gas. I got an Obama phone. I don't need no phone.
Right.
They took my car. I ain't got no car. I can ride my bike to work. Just make sure I rode that motherfucker to Beechwood. Brung my ass back home. Went to Speedway. Lock that bitch up. Go to sleep. Tell my mother this how much money I made. Can you front me this much? Put it on the tab. And here we go. I'm taking out trash for the rest of my life.
Hey man, well, good deal. Yeah, no, there's a couple of things that like throughout the week that transpired to me, and like that big one, like I said, we'll take a break because it's right at 58 minutes, so it's gonna be nice and easy because I'll be able to just go ahead and that can be one segment with this one right here because I know that's one of the main things that you wanted to talk about. So, um, buckle up, kids. Be back in a second.